What up, guys? I'm back. This YouTube stuff kind of takes a long time to get to. I don't know how you guys do it, especially if you have a full-time job and kids at home. It gets really hard to find time. Anyways, I'm back for another album review, and no, it's not the Kendrick Lamar album. I am working on that, though. I know everyone's attention is on Kendrick Lamar at this point, and rightfully so. But I'd really like to bring just a little bit of that attention back over to another West Coast legend and a man that has helped pave the way for the likes of a Kendrick Lamar, and that legend is Ice Cube. So I've been super excited for this release. I covered his last two singles on here already. The videos were amazing. He's been promoting the hell out of it as specifically the album he made for his Day One fans. And based off all that, I was really hoping he'd put out, a modern day classic, something that would stand the test of time in 2024 and beyond. And I even bought a signed copy of the album as well, just in case it was a modern day classic. So yeah, I was really hyped for the release, and after living with it over these last few weeks, I can definitely say he delivered on this album. Ice Cube needs no introduction, really. You've heard his name and know what he does, whether it's rapping, acting, writing, producing, or owning his Big Three basketball league. Everything about this man is legendary. He has one of the most iconic voices in hip-hop, and in 2024, I just couldn't wait to hear what he had to say, so let's get into it. Now, like I said in the last video, I am kind of trying to rush this one out here, even if it wasn't as quick as I hoped time-wise, but I have 3 other quick reviews already written, and now Kendrick dropped, and that kind of screwed up the rest of my plans. I do still want to do this album justice with the track-by-track review, but I'm going to try to keep it a little brief because there is a lot of them on this project. So Ice Cube starts off the album with a track called Rollin' at Twilight, which, like the name suggests, we get to cruise through the streets with Ice Cube as he reminisces and paints the scene. To me, this is like the night version of It Was a Good Day. He even has a bar in there about the moon giving him a wink, which was kind of similar to the Goodyear blimp from It Was a Good Day. Thought that was kind of a cool little reference he threw in there. Nice chill vibe to start the project, which rolls us nicely into the next track called It's My Ego, which was his first signal and a true return to form for Ice Cube. He's staking his claim as a legend and talking his shit over another chill but kind of funky beat. He has a line in there that recently went viral for calling himself Kendrick before Kendrick. No arguments there from me. Then we go back to back with this other single called So Sensitive. Now this one has a nice beat you could two-step to. It's more funky than the last 2 tracks on here. I really wish Nate Dogg was around. I could just hear him on this classic G-Funk. Ice Cube talks on society, sensitivities, and cancel culture and all that kind of stuff. Then from there we move into a Mount Westmore track with Snoop, Too Short E40 called She's Sanctified. Now, She's Sanctified is more of a track for the ladies. There's a smooth hook on there by October London. The gentlemen really do their thing on here. Just lay back and chill to this one. Next up, we got Not Like Them, which is one of my favorites on here. I just love this beat. The shit just bangs and make you want to nod your head. It's real West Coast shit. He starts the track by saying he sounds so good over G shit, and man, he's not lying. Cube sits about integrity and being old school and all the shit that just doesn't make sense to him anymore. Really diving into what makes him not like the rest. Like I said, might be one of my favorites on the project. Next song is called 5150, West Coast banger right here about them crazy ass bitches. Not much to say here. I'm sure you've met one. We all have at one point, male or female. You know what time it is as soon as that beat hits. Next up is No Cap, which is a laid-back club record. Mike Epps spits the hook, just full of these funny little hood motifs. K Major and Isha Dawn on the track as well. This one sounds more modern day, kind of like a Ty Dolla record, which isn't a bad thing. Next, we switch gears back into that hard shit. We get Three Little Piggies, which is all about Ice Cube talking that shit like the big bad wolf, just coming to blow your house down. The beat is insane on this one. I don't know how to explain it really. Next up is Ghetto Story, which is some classic storytelling Ice Cube. We hear tales of turning your life around over a nice soul sample. Don't Kill Me, I don't know who it is. I didn't look it up either. But props to whoever, that shit is fire. Now at this point, we're already halfway through the album. We're on track 10, and there's seriously not a single skippable song on this for me so far. On track 10, called Facts, we get the return of Lynch Mob artist named JD. Now this hook is hard, the beat is just sinister. It's some shit for the old school Cube fans. JD fucking kills it, and it almost sounds like DMX a little bit. But nonetheless, I absolutely love this one. We start the second half of the album with a nice laid back cut, complete with the 3 6 Mafia Yahoo sample and a corrupt verse. This one is called Fighting for My Life in Paradise. Moving along, we Get Money Together at number 12. Ice Cube wants money, not enemies, and brings his homie B-Real from Cypress Hill along with him to preach that message of unification between blacks and Latinos. Crazy dark beat on this one. I knew B-Real would feel right at home on this one, and he killed it. Track 13 is called I'm a Burn Rubber, which is probably one of my favorites on here, if not my favorite. I've played this shit a million times over. I've already made all my friends listen to it, told everyone about it. This crazy horns, that beat is just knocking. There's a Firestalk DJ sample in there as well. Now, to me, Ice Cube is his best in this lane. Just super hard shit, makes you want to get to it. Makes great use of his iconic mean voice and just takes me back to when he was dropping shit with Lil Jon. The shit is just insane, and the end of the song and those drums just pounding away. I didn't know what was going on at first, but it's just super hard. After that banger, we go super old school with a break beat that's probably more familiar to people that grew up in the 80s. I looked up the sample. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Go look that up. I've heard the sample before. It was on Tech Nine's song Don't Nobody Want None. Go check that out. Awesome breakdance video. My son grew up watching that. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, if you love those old school 80s break beats, this one is for you. Next up, we get another one of my favorites off this project called Break the Mirror. This one features the one and only X to the Z Exhibit. I know he released a single recently, and I've been meaning to check that out. I just haven't got around to it. So go look that up on YouTube. I think he's dropped another single as well. So maybe he's got some music coming. But he pops up on the song, and minus his voice being a bit deeper now, he sounds just as good as ever. Ice Cube spitting some real game on this one too. The beat's super hard. We got organs, horns, whistles, all that shit's in there. Moving on, we got track 16 called Talking About These Rappers. Ice Cube goes in on internet trolls, Instagram hoes, media personalities, etc., etc. He's really letting them have it. He has this funny line in there. I think it's in the hook about Google up these nuts. I've been a vet. I just love that shit. Track 17 is called Scary Movie, which is probably one of my least favorites on this album, but it's cool because we're almost all the way there, guys. The beat is kind of a simple West Coast beat, bounces a bit. It's just enough for Ice Cube to do his thing. He goes in on Don Lemon and Hollywood and kind of just plays, the bad guy role to all their fake shit. He's here to expose all of that. Next up, we got one of my personal favorites called Take Me to Your Leader. I have a feeling it might not be the same for everybody because it is a little bit of a different track. But in 2024, with all the aliens and shit in the news, I just thought it was kind of a cool title and concept. This one is dedicated to all the sheeple that don't think for themselves. You know who you are. Ice Cube is from the mothership and would like to speak to your leader. The beat's crazy, and Cube just gets to talk his shit to all these followers. The beat gets some new layers added to it and slowed down a bit in the second half of the song, and it's just really fucking cool sounding. Then he lets the beat ride out, and then we make it to the end of the project, which is a remix to his first single called It's My Ego. This one is called Egomaniacs. We get Busta Rhymes and now Grammy Award-winning Killer Mike. We got to put some respect on his name. And I also got to say congratulations to that man because I read in the news that it was his lifelong dream as a kid. So that was just cool to see he got the opportunity to work with his idol, and he absolutely smoked it. So yeah, that brings us to the close of the album, so let's get into my final thoughts. Well, at an hour long and 19 tracks in total, I could definitely say this is a complete project. I personally don't have any songs that I skip. I just let it play through anyway. I think I did have that one song that I said I was kind of whatever on, but that being said, I do have several songs that I could just play over and over and over and never get tired of them. Ice Cube sounded great, comfortable on every beat. The production was just top notch. Everything sounded amazing. There's old school West Coast shit on here. There's soul samples, there's break beats, there's chill shit, there's hype shit, there's trap shit. I mean, literally, it has everything you could want from an Ice Cube album, or just a casual hip hop fan looking for something to listen to. It doesn't sound like a mixed bag of songs. It's cohesive. It flows very nicely. Then if we just take a look at the amount of content on this thing, I mean, damn. You get 19 tracks over various themes throughout. I mean, he reflected, he talked shit, he got political, he turned up, he slowed it down, and most of all, he just, spit some fire shit on wax to let y'all know he still does this with the best of them. Even if that means dropping with Kendrick Lamar in 2024, same day. I mean, he's operating at a very high level all the way around, from the videos during the rollout all the way through the execution and promotion of this album. He's one of the best to ever do it, no doubt, on every level. And one more thing, I gotta congratulate Ice Cube on his first top 10 record in 14 years. I read an article that he debuted at number 8 on Billboard's top rap albums this year, and number 9 on the top album sales charts of all genres. That's just awesome at, almost 40 years in, he's still doing shit like that. Oh, and one more thing, I guess, if I had to critique this album, the one thing I will say is I need Ice Cube and Lil Jon to collab again. One song, maybe 2, throw them on the album, bonus tracks. Ice Cube, if you're watching, it's a great idea. But yeah, so if you're ready to put down that Kendrick album and go check out some more West Coast shit, I'm telling you, this is a great project. Mad replay value on it, I promise. But yeah, this year has just been crazy for West Coast. We got Ab-Soul album, Kendrick, Tyler. I mean, Blue dropped 6, 7, 8 albums. Doechii. Now this Ice Cube album. I'm sure there's more out there that I've missed, but those are the ones that came across my radar. It's been quite the year for the West Coast. They got the cheat code for sure, and I'm loving it. Well, that's it for the review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Share, please. I'd like to hit 1,000 followers in 2025. Go check out my other page with my son as well. That's Evanzilla with 2 A's at the end. Make sure to give him a subscribe too. He would really, really love that. Please come back and check out more of my videos. I got some more quick reviews I'm going to do. I got some lists. Might do some Spotify rap stuff. So check that out. I'm going to try to get here as quick as I can. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Ice Cube, Man Down, album out now. Go check it out. Peace.